Referee hollering, work it out, meaning don't clinch. The only time we've had clinches in the fight, and it's a credit to both men, is when Kennedy had to hold on for preservation. 3 more rounds after this. And again, Kennedy looks like he's coming back to normal so far as the rubbery legs are concerned. Focus of the eye. But he's going to have to do some scoring, and in a hurry. Good right hand. Snapped the head of Hassan back. Hassan with a couple, 3 jabs. Cut. There's a cut on Hassan. I think it's about the left eye, but we can't be sure yet. There is a cut, and blood is running down the side of the face.
And I think if that cut is where we think it is, right, it's going to be a terrible cut. A terrible place for it. Yep.
There's a new rule now. That is, if between rounds the doctor is summoned into the ring to look at that cut, the 1-minute time clock stops, and it gives the man a lot more chance to recover. Of course, it gives the doctor a chance to look at him very closely, and if it's not a superficial wound, if it's a bad one, he can stop the fight right there. This being a championship fight, they would try to the nth degree not to stop it, like they did in the Duarte-Davila fight a couple of days ago right in this ring. You'll see that fight on the 16th of July, and believe me, it's one that you'll remember forever. If you've got VCR or whatever you got, tape it.
That's another fight, Chick, but we only had like 3 clinches in the whole fight. Toe to toe.
Into the 10th round before we're stopped. Because of a severe cut, allegedly, from the camp of Davila. There's the southpaw style for the first time of Kennedy. Allegedly, the cut was caused by a fight, or at least initiated. But there's a lot of people talking about the fight. There's some judgments being made, and we'll have to wait and see how they rule, whether they take the win away from Duarte or not. All right, now the big man Hassan. Let's see where that cut is exactly. I think it's over the left eye. It came down the cheek. Not treating it yet. Now they're getting ready to.
Take a deep breath. Do a good job.
Could be in the eyelid.
That's what I thought it was, Chick, in the eyelid. But it doesn't seem like it's bleeding anymore, so I can't tell.
Remember, he had a hard bump on the cheek early in the fight. That was below the left eye.
You gotta stay busy out here too, okay? You gotta back him up.
Nice looking man.
Back him up.
Starting to look like a pugilist.
That's what you gotta do to this guy. Look at me.
8th professional fight.
That's what you want to do to this guy. Just keep backing up and keep the pressure on him. Okay?
Well, he's done exactly what they're telling him to do. Back him up and keep the pressure on him.
I think he might add, throw that jab out there more. He was very effective with it, but he quit throwing it.
You're talking about Hassan now, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
All right, we go to the 10th round. Who'd you give that round to?
I gave that round to Ramzi Hassan.
So you got him out in front by what, 3 points or 4?
3 points.
Right.
88 to 85.
I'll tell you, I can't believe that as much blood as we saw in his cheek and so little that we saw in the corner.
No, now I'm not so sure it was a cut. I wonder maybe it might be his nose.
That was good defense by Kennedy. He picked off both those punches. Kennedy has done a heck of a job just staying erect here in the last 3 rounds. A lot of guys with less courage would have been showered by now.
Miranda just ran into a solid left hook. That's what's so bad about that stand-up style. You get hit an awful lot.
Digging that left hook to the midsection now, Kennedy is. But he's gained a lot of respect for Hassan's ability to hit him. Hassan has not been able to take him out. He certainly had him set up for that.
Do you think maybe Hassan has punched himself out since the 7th round? He had Kennedy in a lot of trouble. His punches are awfully slower than they were.
His legs still seem good. Of course, that's the initiation for any athlete in any sport. Kennedy retreating again as fast as he can, and that's what the corner told Hassan to do, keep the pressure on him. And Kennedy right now is looking at a tough 30 seconds. He lived through a 45-second streak there in about the 8th round that I didn't think he could survive. Unless Kennedy can come back with a knockout of his own, his California State light heavyweight title appears to have changed hands. If Hassan gets any more belts, he's going to have to buy a new pair of pants. All right, let's go now with Glenn Kennedy, the likable youngster from Covina, California, 24 years old, weighed 174 pounds this morning. Ray Ruiz in his corner.
What is it now?
John Montez Sr. is in the corner there with the water bottle.
Do something. You're the champ.
I expect him to be on with us a little later when we talk to Davila.
Why would you win now by knockout? Go for it. Only fucking way. Go for it. Go after him. Don't defend yourself. Go after him. Don't let him hit you all the time. He's going to hurt you and all the stuff. You didn't hurt him. You hit hard to his ball. You got to fight with it.
I don't know if we're getting that well enough for you fans to appreciate. What he is saying is you can hit him and he can't hit you. That doesn't make sense to me, I'll have to admit it, because most of the hitting has been done by the other corner, and that's probably what Kennedy's thinking. These guys are in a different world than I am.
See, Ramzi Hassan comes out throwing that jab. He's got a very good jab to the body, to the head. Just gets a little lazy with it sometimes.
Strong left hook. Hassan. Good right hand snaps the head of Kennedy. How far ahead do you have Hassan here in the 11th round?
I've got a 98 to 94.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point to where Kennedy's going to have to knock him out to win to keep that title. And Ramzi Hassan has a chin like a brick wall.
He sure does. He can take anything we've seen him asked to take here in the 5 fights he's had before him. He's won the first 4 and is well on his way to his 5th in a row here. None of them knockouts. He thinks he can use this same style and beat Tommy Hearns. I think he better wait a little. But you can't knock success. This is his 26th win in 28 fights if he gets it. That was a backhand. He just reached out at him with the back of his hand.
He's just picking him apart. Doing everything he wants to do with Kennedy.
Yeah.
Well, here comes Kennedy back.
Over in the corner. Now, how's this for incentive? Look at that. Keep a camera on, any camera, on the corner of Kennedy. One of his handlers over there, every now and then he holds up the belt to show it to Kennedy. Say, hey, we're going to lose this thing. You're going to have to wear suspenders.